Hey guys, welcome to tonight's edition to Meals and Mortgages. We are doing the Korean short ribs, kind of like a little Korean barbecue rib. Maybe turn that down. And then on top of that, we're going to do a rice in the Instapot, as well as doing like some green beans. So because it's Instapot, it takes a little bit longer to get everything started. So I went ahead and got all the ingredients together and put my ribs in. I will explain to you guys what the process was. It actually wasn't too hard, but I'll explain that here in just a minute. And then we're going to be doing the rice live, and because it's really simple, it's just water and rice. And then we're going to do the green beans probably in about 20 minutes. We'll do the green beans because it takes about 10 minutes and they'll be nice and hot. So tonight, as you saw in our live, we are going to have with us, I'm going to flip this around so you can say hi, but we have Erin Tatum.
Hello.
Erin is the owner of Classic Home Mortgage, so she is here repping for us there. And then, of course, everybody loves our favorite little our office person.
No.
She's an assistant, the loan coordinator. She kind of does a little bit of everything.
All of the above.
Eventually.
And she's your sidekick.
Definitely. She and I get into a lot of trouble. The three of us get into a lot of trouble together. But we have fun. But that's Hayden. Everybody knows. Everybody loves when she comes on and hangs out with us. She makes me more interesting. So I'm going to pass this over to Alan. You need to go flip and get in there. Look at that. We saved it.
Did we save it?
We saved it. All right. Give me just a second. Do you do refinances?
John
Edwards. Yes, we absolutely do.
That.
John, we do refis every day. And right now is a good day. Hold on, wait. We're just going to turn this around.
Maybe we should just let Alan hold it for right now.
We're going to just let him hold it without that. But yes, John, we do refinances. Right now is you need to really jump in on the refis. We did have a little slight increase in rates. So I saw one today that last week was about a 2.625. That's probably about a 2.99. It's still not awful, but it is an increase. So we need to get in there.
You know, Richard, with the new administration, we've talked about this amongst our office. I mean, we anticipate the rates to go up. Now, are they bad? Absolutely not. I mean, because you're still talking in rates in the high 2s, low 3s. But if you have been on the fence to refinance, you need to call this guy right now. Not right this moment because we're cooking, but call this guy. Get a free mortgage checkup. See what we can do. We've been easily putting people on from a 30 to a 20, keeping their payments about the same with the lower rates. Anybody that's about 3.5%, 4%, easily done. But yes, John, you know we do refinances. We do it all.
Do it all.
Except for single wides. We don't do, well, actually
we can do single wides now.
But we don't do lease land. We cannot do lease land.
All right, so now I'm going to actually flip this around. Hey, John, to both of you. And there we go.
Yes. It's a 4 unit, baby.
All right, flip this around. So I'm going to get Alan to kind of like look at these things. He's kind of got everything together for me. So with our sauce, so basically let's just back up. With the short ribs, what it is, I turned on my Instapot, set it on saute, and once I did the saute, I let it get hot with a little bit of olive oil in there so it wouldn't stick, and started like individually putting like probably about 3 or 4 pieces, depending on how big they were, pieces of meat in there. Got them browned, and then I had to do some on the stove because there were just so many of them. We're going to eat good tonight. And then after I got everything browned, I got the sauce put together. So in the sauce, and you can look at the recipe online, we did share that this week. You're going to need honey, which is still sticky and very tasty. Garlic. You're gonna need rice oil. It's like a cooking oil. You're gonna need. I cannot pronounce this. I'm not gonna try to, but it's kind of kind of like a sriracha in a way sauce. It smells kind of like sriracha to me. I get the dark soy sauce. I like it a little bit better than your regular soy sauce. And then your sesame oil. So you're going to mix these things together according to
Don't
the way
forget the gas station salt.
Oh, that was on the salt. No, that was on your pork ribs. But yes, our salt and pepper, our gas pepper salt, our gas station salt was on the short ribs. But these, you're going to mix it all together accordingly to the instructions on the ingredients. I mean, on the recipe, and it smells great, y'all. Like at first, we were smelling some of this stuff, and we were like, "This stinks." But as we got it together, it's kind of funny how sometimes when you get a lot of things that stink together, they smell good. So
That's how we all hang out.
yeah, that's how we all hang out. So we're gonna get. Oh, that was loud. We're gonna do our rice. So with the rice, it's gonna be 2 cups of rice. And if you read the directions, it's going to tell you 2 cups of rice, 2.5 cups of water, I believe. Take it from 2 cups of rice down to 1.5 cups of water. You're going to get a little bit nicer, more authentic, kind of sticky rice than you are if you do the other. It's going to be really wet if you do it the other way. So we like a little bit more sticky rice.
Richard, I have a question.
Yes.
As a non-cooker, you have 2 Instapots going.
Yes.
So if we don't have 2 Instant Pots,
You borrow one.
oh, you borrow one. Okay. Well, say we can't borrow one, and we're cooking our beautiful ribs over there, and then, I mean, obviously we can just do our rice on the stovetop, no biggie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
But if you don't have an Instapot, you will see. Come right in here. Thank you for asking this, because actually my Instapot was a lot smaller than Hayden's, and also I cooked a lot more ribs than I did intend to. So there's like some in here, but if you look in the oven, I've got another kind of like a roasting pan in there full of ribs. So I made double the sauce, and then made those in there. So those are going to be just as good. I put them at 425. They'll cook for about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half, because there's plenty in here for the ones that we've got. These cook for 45 minutes. Instapot. So I'm going to throw the rice in here. Boop. And then we're going to get 1.5 cups of water. Have we got any questions yet?
Ashley said you rock.
Yeah! Thanks, Ashley. You rock too.
Ashley who?
Tatum.
Ashley,
Oh, Ashley
gets
has,
on-
I think, ask Ashley if she's got an Instapot.
You're on live. Ask her.
You
Oh,
just did.
where am I? I'm on live right here. Ashley, do you have an Instant Pot?
Alright, so I got that in there. And Instapots are great. So,
Oh, you need to
What's
say hi to some folks.
let's see. Y'all say hi.
You need to
for me. I should
say-
see 'em pop up.
Okay, you need to say hi to Brian Chandler.
Hey, Brian. I
John-
haven't seen you guys in a while. I need to see y'all.
I know, and tell Brian we're praying for him. He's been asking for prayers on Facebook, so kind of unspoken, but obviously we're praying.
Absolutely.
John Eric, Ronnie.
John Eric is Twinicus. I know you've heard of hashtag twin.
Yep.
He's got that crazy tattoo.
My nephew's girlfriend, which we hope will be fiance one day, Hannah is watching.
Hey, Hannah.
So Hannah-
welcome to the show.
Yep, Hannah saw your post off of my feed,
Yay.
and so hopefully she is trying to learn some meals that she can cook for Austin. And Ashley does have an Instapot. So
This is the one we bought last week.
oh,
So, sorry, this is the Winemaker's Blend Apothic White. It's pretty good. So,
You just like the bottle.
actually, my friend.
and it's a twist top.
And it's a twist top. You know, they were talking about the twist tops versus the corks. And most people are starting to go twist top now because it's easier to hold it. And people, like, these don't have to sit for 10, 15 years. Like,
Yeah.
the $200 bottles of wine. You don't want a twist top $200 bottle of wine. But if you get like a twist top wine that's like 2 years or something like that, that's fine. They're actually just perfect. So don't look in my cabinet. But another thing we want to kind of talk about tonight, and I'm going to let Erin is our self-employed queen.
Oh Lord.
So I'm kind of excited that she was able to join us tonight.
Your mom.
My mom?
Yeah.
Hey, Mama.
Oh.
Hey, Earl. Hey, Mama, you're going to love everything that we have tonight. There's no sour cream. It's nothing weird. So.
Yay.
But,
Well,
Erin is
go
our
ahead.
self-employed queen. And also, when it comes to self-employed people, they have, come closer. Come closer. When it comes to self-employed people, their taxes can be a little wanky. So we want to talk about taxes tonight and self-employed individuals.
Yeah, so Richard and I were talking today about what the topic was going to be tonight. One of the things we wanted to touch on is as everybody is preparing to prepare their tax returns, it is so crucial that if you are going to be in the market to buy a home in the year 2021, that you go ahead and get with the mortgage professional, okay, and get with him so he can analyze what your returns look like last year and see, you know what, all those write-offs that we like to write off, because who wants to pay the IRS, right? None of us? Okay. So all those write-offs that we wrote off, we may not want to have those write-offs this year. And granted, there will be a tax implication, but that's better than not being able to buy a house. So, you know, are we going to tell you what your taxes need to be? No. But are we going to advise you on, okay, last year, you know, you had gross receipts of $120,000, but you wrote off $80,000. That's not a good idea when buying a house, okay? Great idea when trying to not pay taxes, right?
So does it make a difference if you have an LLC and you're paying yourself as a W-2 employee? Does that make a difference when you still file your taxes?
It does in the COVID world, okay? So what happens now is the W-2, even though we validated that there's a W-2, okay? First off, on an LLC, they would not give themselves a W-2, okay? Secondly, so let's say somebody is an S Corp or what have you. They're going to have a personal return and a business return. The personal return is going to reflect that W-2 income. The business return is going to reflect that W-2 income as compensations to officers, okay? But what happens is you've got to now in the COVID world, you've got to see that we've got 3 months bank statements sustainability to pay ourselves that W-2.
Right.
So just because we've paid ourselves a W-2, in the past you didn't have to show the sustainability, but now you've got to show the sustainability. So it gets a little tricky, and that's where he and I come into play because, you know, I've always told the loan officers, come to me, you know, the tax returns can get very sticky depending on the intensity of all the things. So whether you own other properties, have rental properties, have a W-2 and an LLC, you know, there are times, I will tell you this, so let's say that you have a prime time, you know, your main job is a W-2. So I work for Alabama Power, okay, but I do hair on the side.
Right.
And oh, by the way, when I put that on an LLC, I'm showing like a $25,000 loss because God knows hair products expensive. What we would do in that instance, it's not like we're committing fraud. We can do what's called a W-2 only transcript. So then we're not getting a full transcript. We're only getting a transcript on the W-2 income, so we don't have to count the hair loss against us.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So again, kind of going back and not, I mean, that we may have some questions. The main thing is when buying a house, at any year, but especially if you're going to buy in 2021, get with Richard. Let him look at 19, and then let him look at what right now looks like. If you're self-employed, get him a profit and loss statement. It can be from QuickBooks. It can be, you can spit out some numbers. I think this is what it's going to be, or it can be as far as from your accountant. But let him look at that, because some things that you normally can count as loss, you may want to say, you know what, I don't want to count that this year.
Right. So, do we have any questions so far?
No.
No.
But Jeremy
Kelly.
Yeah.
Jeremy
Hey, Kelly, how are you?
Hey, good to see you. So I shared this video on my Facebook page, hoping some people would come over and say hey. I've not been doing my live videos as much, but I will. I'm going to start doing that. But, hey, Nielsen Mortgages, he came up with this. I think he needs a following. And anybody that, I would love for y'all to do at least once a month Instapots because we are so busy. Everybody on my Facebook following is busy. Their parents, they're, doing what have you. And they're what?
I said, you're welcome.
I know, you're so good.
We need to start bringing the leftovers to the office too.
We definitely do. If we're going to do in bulk, for sure.
But Jeremy, I did want to say thank you the other day for the kind words. It was great. I really do appreciate that. So
Awesome. So did we refi him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you actually did his purchase.
You did the-
I was
we
gonna
did the
say,
original.
Yeah, I did
And
his
then-
original.
With Carla.
We refied him last April, I think.
Yeah.
So we might want to check in on that again.
Yeah, exactly. Look, hey, you might want to call Richard. Well, and that's the beauty, Richard. Anybody watching, it's so wonderful. I've had several people call me to validate that the person that's calling me is from Classic. But you guys have to remember, I probably have over 100 plus clients a year. So therefore, if we go back several years, all of a sudden I've got 200 clients, 300 clients I can't call. So it's wonderful that I have people like Richard that do like me. Customer service oriented. Here I'm just here to plug Richard, but you are, and he's amazing. And I've seen so much this year. Well, I should say this year because it's the new year. Last year in the refi and what you could do to help people save money, skip payments. Kind of touching back on refi, you guys. If you are looking for that, we can not only take your interest rate down, your term down, skip 2 payments. Richard can tell you it all. Most of the time, there's no money out of pocket other than appraisal. A lot of times, we're getting appraisal waivers. So a lot of good stuff on that front.
Absolutely.
But if nobody has any questions on self-employment, I'm going to go sit back down. And I think the other topic we're going to talk about is, what did we say?
Oh, actually it was just taxes, and then we were going to talk about,
Refis.
yeah, refis.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tonight, and then our little shout out at the end.
Well, what I would also say is just because you don't hear us talk about a topic, throw a question out there. So you may have a question about your current mortgage, your escrows, how do you claim homestead. We want to be your mortgage professionals. We want to answer any questions you might have, okay? Any friends? Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm about to say?
I sure do.
All right, we're going to cook some more, and then we do have one more topic, okay? Good to see you guys.
So we'll get to that in just a minute. What we're going to do here, and because I'm a little bit of a freak, I still have to clean my green beans. Maybe. If anybody wants to donate a colander to me, let me know. I broke my handle off. But these are supposed to be pre-washed and ready to cook. Sorry, I don't trust. I'm going to throw beans everywhere, so I'm going to do that.
Richard, that would be a party if you just opened it and the green beans exploded.
You don't know how often that
I
happens.
really think that you should start selling Pampered Chef.
Pampered Chef?
Oh,
That would
in
be kinda
combination.
In combination.
cool. And this
I would buy
knife cuts
Pampered
like
Chef
this.
from you. And then you would have to worry about handleless colanders.
That's right. So,
I don't know that that's
I'm just going to
What?
rinse these off.
Okay, this is elementary.
And it's just
eyes.
water, y'all. So don't be afraid
That
if
was a
the
good
water
one.
gets in the floor. I know some people freak out about it. It's just water. So I'm gonna throw it up there. I'm gonna get my oil in my pan. So I don't know how many of y'all actually do the Chinese buffets, but I love me some buffeteria. Some buffeteria. So these are what I'm basically going to make is like the salted green beans that you get at the Chinese restaurants or the buffet. They're quick, they're easy, they're simple. It's 3 ingredients, or 4 if you count the oil. So it's going to be your oil, get it nice and hot, and then turn it down to a medium heat. Once it gets hot, I'm going to throw in my garlic. I've gotten a little lazier here lately and started using minced garlic from a jar.
You're throwing
What?
you're throwing in your aromatics.
I throw it in my air.
Holy
We don't do
moly,
fresh
Richard.
garlic on the show.
I used to.
Publix has
Richard.
Publix has a really good garlic paste that is really good.
So
No, I want fresh garlic.
She's gonna make a breast.
she's over here complaining because of my jarred garlic, and she told me earlier she don't cook for Philip. She ain't cooking for me.
Hey, that has nothing to do with your cooking ability. I expect more from you, Richard.
Philip's here with us tonight too, so he's
Yeah,
here
but
to
he does
defend
not want to be
himself.
seen.
He doesn't. Yeah, but he just doesn't want to play.
No, he's playing solitaire in the room over from us.
So my oil is just about ready. But yeah, it's literally just. Sorry, I guess you could say salt, pepper. That's 2 ingredients. Green beans, garlic, and then so 4 ingredients for the food, and then oil just to keep everything going. So we are good to go with our heat, I believe. So I'm going to take a good helping of garlic. Throw it in there. And turn the heat back down to about half.
And now we're cooking with fire. No, this is with a coil.
So when you do this, you can smell your garlic.
Your aromatics.
The aroma just
Is that an
releases, and
aromatic?
it's so good.
Garlic
It
is
is
aromatic.
actually better if you use fresh garlic, but
I love the smell of garlic.
when you work like us and you work 12 hours a day, then
Can we all
you
have a
gotta do-
smell?
Yeah, come in and take a
I mean, I'm a
sniff.
guest.
Come take a little sniff. So,
Oh, look, it fogged my glasses.
but
Okay.
the good thing is with the garlic, it's not like it doesn't like burn your eyes like if you're. It's like sometimes if you do it right, it's not gonna burn your eyes with the smell. So then I'm gonna throw my green beans in there. Grab my salt. That's why I do it this way. I promise y'all I'm gonna buy a salt and pepper shaker soon. And then we're just gonna kind of mix this in. We're gonna let it cook for a few minutes. But kind of look into here, you can see like you just coat your green beans with your with the garlic, and it's just so good. So we're gonna turn this back up because it's kind of
Jordan Earl is also making green beans.
Jordan Earl.
Adam Cox is, I don't know if he's on there, but he said you're rocking it on live. Now, he did text me that, so it might just mean I'm rocking it.
So yeah, I'm rocking too.
Yeah,
with my little apron.
say you're rocking more with your apron.
But Jordan Earl, she's so sweet. I keep coming to y'all's open houses on Sundays just to kind of check and see who's there. Been seeing JD for the past 2 weeks. Hoping I can run into one of y'all too. Y'all got that new open house coming up this weekend, I think in the Roebuck area, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, ask Jordan, what is she doing to her green beans? Is she doing the same thing?
Yeah, how are you cooking your green beans, Jordan?
Because she's making them. I'm just curious. My version of green beans is open can, put in saucepan, put a little butter on, and we're done.
So that's one thing we didn't put in here is butter.
Oh, do we need butter?
Butter makes everything better, Pauline.
Nope. The garlic and the
God, I
salt.
love butter.
The garlic and I mean you can.
Oh, Denny's on.
Hey Denny, welcome to the party.
Who is Denny? Richard?
Who's Denny? Denny is my assistant and a processor assistant as well at Classic.
He just said he is his assistant. Hayden,
And-
listen. He
and-
said
and processor.
and processor. Yeah, she processes too.
But
Judy Williams is on.
I'm not familiar.
Judy is an agent.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
Judy.
so I do need to say hi.
We're gonna have Aaron pop in and say hello.
Hey, Judy. So I was really digging your mom's dress, and I just so love the fact that you're restoring that wedding dress because it's absolutely gorgeous. Of course, my daughter's getting married April 11th, and she was mortified of my dress. So my hope and dream was that somebody would want my dress at some point. But I'm going to do something like you're doing with your mom's, and I would love to see your end result. Richard, Judy, Richard.
Hey,
Judy
Judy, how are
has
you?
a son. Oh, what's his name? Is it Chris, Judy? But anyways, he's at, I think, is he still at Realty South or did y'all move? So Judy's been in it forever. Like, we need to reconnect. Judy, we need to reconnect. Because we over here at Classic are building not only meals, but all these new cool mortgage products hitting our closing dates. We need to connect. And I would love for Richard and I to connect with you and your son and just see how we can make things happen.
Yeah, we're
Right?
doing
Because
cool
that's
new
what we do
things.
for agents is we refer business, and that's something he's going to touch on here in just a little bit. But that's what we're looking for is we are looking to build our team as we keep growing because we have now, I guess, 18 employees with Jeff Senior passing. So we have 18 employees, and we need more realtors to refer buyers to. We are being very, very picky. But anyways, I just want to say hi, Judy. Enough of me. See, I'm a hog. That's why you don't need me on here.
Actually, Alan's got a question.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Judy said thank you. Yes, Chris Ward and I at
Realty South?
Yeah, Hoover.
okay. Hoover. So are you guys, Judy, so you're Realty South Hoover, are you off of Alford Road? Is that right? Alford? Or Alford Avenue?
I have a new team member, Lisa Day.
Lisa who?
Day.
Day?
Okay, so she has a new team member as well? Okay, so Judy, you're growing, we're growing. Time to grow together.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
If you
is
don't
we're
remember my number, it's 283-5626. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. All right.
But yeah, we're doing new things with Classic. We're growing. We've got a secondary office. I've mentioned this before, off of that Lorna Road. And what's the cross street there, Lorna and
Rocky Ridge.
Rocky
So we're
Ridge.
off of Rocky Ridge. We are, okay. Oh, I don't talk remember. Okay, so our new branch is in Hoover. We're on home branches on Valleydale still, but we have our new branch in Hoover, which is off of Rocky Ridge Road. So where Lorna intersects Rocky Ridge Road, we are just a hop, skip, and a jump down on the right-hand side. So we're really excited. We've redone the inside of it. We're going to have some events there. We've got a really great common area to watch, be it golf, be it basketball, football, whatever. And we're actually going to be there for training tomorrow. So trying to kind of get our office where we can be a little more accommodating. And Richard, you'll be popping in the Hoover branch so you can serve that side and you can serve the Realty South in Hoover and all that kind of stuff. So yay.
yeah. And we've got this great deck that we're going to start utilizing probably spring, doing some lunch and learns. We're going to be doing grill like meetings with our realtors. So yeah, absolutely. Give us a shout. Let us see what we can do. So you might have heard the little beeping noise. If you own an Instapot, you know what that means. It means we got 10 minutes to eat. So our Instapot just stopped, just on low. It's kind of like it says 1. After about 10 minutes, this will be safe, is what I consider it safe, because these things scare the mess
Oh,
out
you
of
don't
me.
do you do auto release, you don't do like quick release?
No, I wouldn't do it itself. Plus, with the rice, you want it to release itself because, remember, you put 2 cups of rice and you put 1.5 cup of water. That 1.5 cup of water is still kind of absorbing into that rice. So that just stopped. This one just stopped. We've probably got about another 15-20 minutes, but we're not going to worry about it here in the oven. And then I've already turned off my green beans. So if you want to kind of look and see what the green beans look like I said, it looks like the green beans that you see at the buffet. They're good. They still have a little bit of a crispiness to them. So yeah, it's really good. And they got enough salt on them to where they're not like crazy saturated with salt, because I hate that. I want to be able to taste my veggies when I eat those. But yeah. Another thing I wanted to kind of put out there real quick is, as Aaron stated, we're growing. We're out there constantly looking for new agents, trying to find out like who we can pair who with. So for me, I'm actually looking for about 5 agents to be able to partner with, 5 great agents to be able to partner with, and produce like loans with you, and just grow each other's business. So we would partner together, market together, and grow our business together.
And I wanted to pop in while Richard's talking about this. One of the good things about partnering with Classic as a realtor is not only do you send business to us, but Richard, we send business to you because we have a lot of what we call, what are we gonna call it? Natural leads that come from past clients that may not always have a realtor that they're using, and Google leads. We have a lot of Google leads come in, and we do scrub those to make sure that you're not getting somebody that's kind of not, they don't qualify.
Right.
So we do send leads to you guys as well.
When we send a lead to you, they're ready. Like they're pre-qualified, they're ready to rock and roll. Instead of them coming to you, finding that, then you bringing it to us, and then we're like, okay, it's going to be another 4 months or 2 months or whatever. We've already done the work, and we're sending it to you, and you're ready to rock.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the good things about working with Classic is we do have a really high Google rating, which makes us pop up more naturally or organically, that's a good word, organically on Google. So when people search, I'm not trying to toot Classic's horn, but a lot of times when you search best mortgage companies in Birmingham, Classic is one that pops up, and we're on like the top 3. So a lot of people just click, they fill out an online application with Classic, they'll give us a call, or like I said, they'll fill out an online application, and we'll scrub them, which means we go ahead and get credit pulled, we run numbers, we see what they're qualified for, we see what their time frame is, and that way we can refer it to you guys, because we want this to be a mutually beneficial. The good thing,
Yeah,
mutually beneficial relationship.
Right.
So it's not just you sending us business and we're doing it for you. No, we want to send you business as well. I just wanted to pop in and say that real quick.
So where most other loan companies are waiting for you to send business to them, we want to reciprocate. So for a big word for Richard, reciprocate.
Mutually beneficial, almost got me.
All right, so I am going to release the steam on and this is why I don't do it. It always sprays out. It's so nasty. So just throw a rag on the top, and then you go and get your paper towels to clean up. Because you just make a mess. But yeah, I try not to do that. But I want to get these ribs out so y'all can see them. And then our rice is about to be the same. Alright, and like I said, I have some in the oven here too, but those are going to take a little longer. And I really did make a good mess. It's going to take just a couple of seconds for that to release enough to where it's safe to pop open. I mean, I don't know if y'all have...
Melissa say, hey friends.
Who?
Melissa.
Melissa? Melissa Hand?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Melissa. Sorry I haven't been able to make it down to the Clinton office this week. It's just, I mean, you're kind of aware of why I haven't made it a couple of days. Just trying to work on getting some stuff cleared up for you guys. And then, well, snow in Alabama.
No, ice in Alabama.
Ice, yeah, snow. It never snows in Alabama. And when
Except for in 1993.
yeah, 1993 we had the blizzard of '93, which is like 3.5 feet of snow, unheard of here. But the when the weathermen say it's going to snow, it never does. And when it does, it's nothing but a crap load of ice that generally knocks down all the power lines. So, luckily we didn't have too much power outage here in Birmingham. We did in other parts of the state. So, what I just pulled out is a mixture, if you want to look at this, is a mixture of everything that is actually in it. So, this is the sauce, I guess, that's on top. I am going to grab a plate. Now, Hayden, come here.
Yep.
Look at that rice.
That is some nice rice.
That's some nice rice.
That's some nice rice.
Alan, look at that rice.
Ooh, those look yummy.
So this is what I was saying with the rice. I'm gonna grab a spoon.
This looks delicious.
So when you do your Instapot rice and you put the 2 cups of water or 2.5 cups of water in it, it's still real wet when you open it up. It's a little soupy. So if you do the Instapot rice and you, ow, that's hot, dummy. But I want you to see, I'm just gonna
Sticky
kind of,
rice.
it's just like, look at my hand. Oh, that's too close to his face. You can see how it sticks together and it's not falling apart. This is like the way you want
But it's
your
not
rice.
crunchy anymore.
It's not crunchy at all. So, and it just sticks to your fingers.
Sticky rice.
Like, it's sticky rice. It's not wet, soupy American white rice.
It smells so good.
It's not, what's his name? Uncle
Roger.
Raja. It's not Uncle Roger's rice. Like, if y'all haven't heard of Uncle Roger, you have to find Uncle Roger on YouTube. He's, I actually don't think he's fully, I think he's like half American, honestly, isn't he? Isn't he like Taiwanese American?
No, he's from
But,
Malaysia.
So Richard, you need to tell them the benefits of cooking their short ribs in Instapot. Do you know the benefits? Have you ever made ribs in Instapot before?
This is actually
Okay.
the first time I've ever made short
So
ribs
I will
in
let you guys
Instapot.
know. I only cook, not just Korean short ribs. I cook all of my ribs in my Instapot only because I don't like the bones. And when you cook Instant Pot ribs, the bones, I mean, you can just like pull them apart. I don't know if Richard's going to show you guys or not, but the bone like comes right out, and they're the most tender ribs that I've ever had in my whole entire life. I actually sent Aaron's husband Philip a really good, just like regular rib recipe.
Okay, time out. I've not been cooked that.
Papa Phil, get on
All
it.
right.
But they are some of the most tender ribs you'll ever have in your life. It looks like Richard's plating, so I'll let him go ahead.
No,
Here.
you keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. So when I do my regular Instant Pot ribs, it's kind of the same thing, except you don't actually cook them. Go ahead, Alan.
No, your mom say she need to go to church and
Bye, Mama. Say a
Reba,
little prayer for us.
yeah, Reba's on, and Reba said, "Hey, high maintenance."
Hey, that's a little inside joke from me and Reba.
She told me about that today.
I don't know. I was wondering if she was talking about me or you.
It's from, if you go back on Facebook and you read my Facebook post about how he and I met, yeah, she's calling me high maintenance.
You definitely
The
are.
Valentine's Day post.
Yes.
So, alright, y'all. I'm going to show this in just a second, but this is what she was talking about. Like, if you take this bone, it just rips right out. Like, everything is right off the bone. So, that's hot. So you see, you can just pull it right out. So that's what she's talking about with the Instapot. Your food's just gonna fall right off the plate or off the bone. So, Alan, I'll get you to come right around here.
Wow.
This is,
Wait, Richard, you have to do a bone pull.
Oh, I did. I already did.
Oh.
So this is our plate for the night, which is Instapot Korean ribs.
Short ribs.
And sticky rice with green beans, and then I'm just going to take some of the sauce.
I was just
Right
about to ask
on
that. I went
top.
to go look at the Instapot to see, because I would want to put a little bit on my rice, maybe.
Do you want some on your rice?
Well, if that's
All
my
right.
plate.
This is your plate.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, there you have it. Hot bread up here again. Boop, boop, boop. So, that was our weekly edition this week of Meals and Mortgages with Classic. I wanted to thank them, the two of them again this week for coming in and enjoying our time together. Now, we're about to enjoy some meals. Don't forget, if you have any questions about mortgages or how to cook something, give me a call. I'm Richard. You can call me at 205-863-5231. If you're ready to do an application after this, just text Richard to 33655. If you have any questions about anything, call me later. Talk to you later. Love you.